All right, so what if I told you you could get rid of the fat without surgery? You can make your love handles disappear without pills. You can literally freeze your behind off. Tanya Rivera tells us the new cool way to take care of those problem areas. You can see the attachment.
Sensation of the vacuum is very strange.
It's a lightweight device.
I feel like my stomach has gone back to the way it looked pre-baby.
But it packs a heavyweight punch to your fat areas.
A non-invasive way of basically removing fat. And typically by fat, we're talking about abdominal fat or back fat or the love handles, that type of fat.
Dr. Gilly Munavalli is a Charlotte dermatologist and the first in the state who can literally freeze your fat away.
The fat cells are no longer going to be there. And fat cells, by and large, don't reproduce.
The process is called cryolipolysis, but you'll know it as Zeltique.
There is no pain whatsoever, no discomfort. But when they put the cup on, it really sucks up the fat in the belly.
The idea is the same as when you open your freezer. For instance, you open the door and you feel the cold air rushing out, but actually it's the hot air that's being sucked in. Zeltique works the same way. The heat inside the fat cell is actually sucked out, and that causes that fat cell to die.
So that over the course of about 2 to 3 months, sometimes as long as 3 to 4 months, the fat cells just get absorbed by your body and gradually just disappear. Obviously, they have areas we want to remove, and it's not just people who are out of shape. People who are really in shape, and they just have areas they can't seem to get rid of.
Melissa Nichols weighed her options and decided to try it.
I'm a working mother. I have a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, so getting to the gym can be a little hard sometimes, and most women have a hard time getting the little pooch in the belly back to go away after a baby.
After a few weeks, she noticed the difference.
I had on some of my skinny pants, which most women will know what I'm talking about with that. And on the way home from work, at the end of the day, I noticed that I hadn't gotten uncomfortable in them all day, and they fit fine.
The idea for the device came from 2 Harvard doctors, and is not yet FDA approved.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's not a cure-all either. Even though the fat won't return to that area, if you don't eat right and exercise, the fat will go elsewhere.
We're not using needles. We're not doing any cutting. And typically, we don't even use any what we call local anesthesia or numbing injections.
A recent study found in a group of patients, 100% demonstrated a fat reduction, with the average amount being a 22.4% reduction. A stat which is not lost on Melissa.
I could tell that some of the problem areas have greatly been reduced, and I was ecstatic.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, I'll just do this at home. Doctors say it's not as simple as just putting an ice pack on your skin and watching the fat melt away. The device actually targets the fat layer, not the skin layer, so this isn't going to work, and it could actually damage your skin when you expose it to cold for too long.
Talk about interesting. Again, this procedure is not to fight obesity. Zeltique is approved in Canada and Europe and has been actually done for years. Many of you commenting on Facebook and moms like me about the procedure. One question was the cost. Well, it's about $700. Others had some amusing things to say. Carol says, I used to live in Montana, where we had winters that went as low as 86 below. If anything could freeze off a keister, there you have it. And lo and behold, I still have mine. And Cherie said, so I can just skip the treadmill weights today and go stand in the walk-in freezer at the old Harris Teeter in which I used to work? Don't know if it's that simple, but probably a little more dangerous doing that way.
It's too bad that I have a lot to say in weather, because we can talk about this.
Oh, all